Trump era is actually take the Trump voters and convert them into genuine conservatives.
Start your weekdays with insight from Jenna Ellis in the morning, 7 o'clock Central Time on American Family Radio.
This is American Family Radio, a listener-supported ministry of the American Family Association.
American Family News, I'm Rusty Pugh. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton, caught in a tight primary runoff race with a Republican nomination for U.S. Senate, is hinting that he might drop out of the race to give incumbent John Cornyn a clear path to the nomination. Casey Stiegel with Fox 4 Dallas has more.
In Texas's high-stake U.S. Senate race, the biggest question right now isn't just who wins the Republican runoff, it's whether one of the candidates will stay in the race at all. Wednesday night, Paxton declared he would not bow out. Thursday morning, President Trump told Politico that was, quote, bad for him to say, adding maybe that leaves me to go the other direction, inferring he'd endorse Senator Cornyn. Then by late Thursday morning, Paxton wrote on X, I would consider dropping out of this race if Senate leadership agrees to lift the filibuster and passes the Save America Act.
American military leaders are touting success in Operation Epic Fury, saying strikes are whittling down Iran's defense industry as American forces prepare to move on to the next phase of the attack. Secretary of War Pete Hegseth denies concerns that the strikes will lead to an uptick in immigration to the U.S. from the Middle East.
I think, as the president has pointed out for a long time, there are a lot of countries in the region who would be capable of providing that kind of support if need be, but that's certainly not something we're planning on.
Defense contractors plan to meet at the White House amid the war in the Middle East. Madeline Rivera has more.
The President and Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, have publicly expressed confidence in the country's munitions stockpile. They say the U.S. has a, quote, virtually unlimited supply of medium and upper-grade, medium-grade weapons, giving the country an open-ended timeline to finish its mission in Iran. But the lack of a definitive deadline and the escalating military campaign in Iran is exactly why some lawmakers have concerns about the country's weapons stockpile. Defense industry executives from Lockheed Martin, RTX Corporation, and L3Harris are expected to meet at the White House. The Wall Street Journal reports the Pentagon is particularly looking to replenish Patriot, Tomahawk, and THAAD missile systems.
President Trump nominates Oklahoma Senator Markwayne Mullin to be the next Homeland Security Secretary after firing Kristi Noem. House Speaker Mike Johnson says the senator will be extraordinary.
He's a tough guy. He's smart. He's pragmatic. He'll get the job done for the president and continue this agenda. And congrats to both of them. Kristi will have, I think, a great role to play in that special envoy position, and we'll continue to advance the America First agenda together.
We may or may not have heard the last of a case involving a California law. Chris Woodward explains.
California wants to prevent schools from notifying parents when their children want to transition in class. The U.S. Supreme Court has for now blocked the law after an emergency appeal from Thomas More Society. The ruling sends the case back to a lower court, but Thomas More Society attorney Michael McHale hopes this effectively ends the case.
It will be remanded to the Ninth Circuit, which is where the case is currently pending because the state of California had appealed the permanent injunction that the district court had granted against California's crazy policies here. So the state had appealed that, and it had also, along with that appeal, gotten this stay of the injunction from the Ninth Circuit. The Ninth Circuit had issued an emergency and temporary stay.
It is because of that action by the Ninth Circuit that Thomas More Society went to the U.S. Supreme Court for the emergency reversal that was granted earlier this week.
Now the case, technically proceeds in the Ninth Circuit per normal. We're hoping that, this effectively ends the case, but, that remains to be seen.
Thomas More Society represents parents and teachers in this case. The parents want to be notified. The teachers don't want to keep things from parents. Meanwhile, McHale said this is not just happening in California.
Something like 6,000 schools across the country have similar parental exclusion policies, and there have been numerous lawsuits across the country and numerous appeals to the Supreme Court, including several that are pending right now.
I'm Chris Woodward.
And world shares are mixed following a retreat on Wall Street, while the price of oil resumed its upward climb, hitting its highest level in nearly 2 years. More news online at afn.net and download the AFN mobile app for your Apple or Android device. I'm Rusty Pugh.
The American Family Association's mission is to inform, equip, and activate individuals to strengthen the moral foundations of our culture. We also support the church. Our goal is to be a leading organization in biblical worldview training for cultural transformation. We believe true morality flows from biblical principles and directs people to the manner in which God intends them to live.
Thank you for standing with the American Family Association as we seek to stop the erosion of godly values.
It's First Time Caller Day on Trivia Friday. The number to call with your question or your answer to a question is 888-589-8840.
It is first-time callers, so start lining up, folks. If you've never been on the show with us, today could be your day.
So first-time callers only today. Now we're going to ask 3 questions each.
The quack of a duck does not produce an echo. Is that true or false?
That falls under the category of it's just wrong.
Yes.
Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Trivia Friday on American Family Radio. Today's March the 6th, 2026.
Michelangelo's birthday. He was born on this day.
Speaking of birthdays.
Michelangelo was born on this day?
Yes.
So was I.
Yeah.
What?
Happy birthday
Happy
to
birthday.
you.
Oh.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
That's good, Brent.
That's
Brent
what
really
we're
did.
talking about.
That's good stuff there. You know, I always felt a kindred spirit with Michelangelo. I don't know, even though we lived, centuries apart.
That's right.
In terms of our artistic ability.
Yeah, it all makes sense to me now.
Sculpting, yeah. I can
Right.
picture you laying on your back on some scaffolding there.
Can you
in
now?
Yes, absolutely. In the Vatican.
Yeah,
Painting
taking
on
a nap. Hey, everybody, Trivia Friday it is my birthday. Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
what you did there.
Tim, with Jonathan and JJ, we thank you for listening. So the staff this morning, or at least some of the folks on the executive floor up there, they gave me a gift.
Right.
And they gave me a gift for my birthday, and I sent it to Brent to post it on our Today's Issues Facebook page. It's a coffee mug, okay? It's got President Trump's picture on it, right? And it says, "You're a great golfer. You're really, really a great golfer. The best, really terrific, just fantastic." It says, other golfers, they're losers. Total disasters. Everyone agrees you are the very best. Believe me.
Oh, my word.
Isn't that great?
And we can all hear him saying that.
I know, right? I did my poor copy of President Trump, but
That's
it's
really
a
good.
hilarious.
How fun.
It was a great gift from some of my friends here on staff.
Now, please tell listeners, you and your siblings nearly made it into the Guinness Book of World Records. We carry on with a lot of craziness. That is the truth.
That is the truth. So I was born in 63, and I'm 63 today. So I don't know what that means. Maybe.
I wouldn't get on a flight if I was you. I mean, if you don't spend the night in the 13th floor.
I was thinking of going over to Tunica though.
Yeah, no,
don't do that.
No,
I don't think that. Yeah,
for every reason.
Okay, but I'm kidding about that. But I have 3 siblings and no twins. So my mom and dad had 4 babies, and 3 of the 4 of us had March 6th as our birthday.
Yeah, 3 out of the 4, no C-section. 3 out of the 4,
right. No.
And you were like almost a runner-up for the Guinness Book of World Records.
Yeah, I think the record was at one time 5 natural-born children to one couple.
Right.
You know, on the same day.
Right.
The same day. So yeah, that's pretty cool. We didn't make the Guinness Book of World Records, and kind of disappointed my parents that didn't keep trying, sort of gave up there in terms of.
They got out of the race.
They could have had the record, but they. I don't want to say they quit, but I mean, you know what I'm saying?
I do know.
I just wish they'd given it just a couple more kids.
Right.
A couple more kids.
Well, and you know what? Not only did you get gypped on getting into Guinness Book of World Records.
Yeah.
I'm guessing everybody had to kind of share a birthday.
We did.
One
we did.
cake.
No, it's one skating rink day. That's all it was. Everybody, even my little brother got thrown in there at 1 year old. He was 1, I was 9.
Yeah.
My sister was 8.
We're gonna say this is all y'all's birthday. Happy birthday! Let's pat everybody on the head. Happy birthday!
It's a combo.
Share this gift.
It's kind of like those people who are born on Christmas.
That's
you know
right.
what I'm saying? They just. All right, Trivia Friday it is on American Family Radio. Tim, Jonathan, and JJ. Ed's away today, and Jonathan's aptly filling in for him. So it's first-time callers only. And what's the phone number, Jonathan, for folks to call in? And so you're only eligible to call in if you've never got on the air with us today. That's what today is for. Go ahead.
That's right. The phone number is 888-589-8840. I'll give it one more time for those of you that may not understand the redneck.
Say it slowly for people in the South, okay?
888-589-8840.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. All right, first-time callers only today on the program. So line up, get on the air, ask and answer. That's what we prefer. You call in, you answer one of our trivia questions, which we're about to give, and then you ask us one. Go ahead, Jonathan. Is that everything? No, we got
a mystery question.
What's that, JJ?
The mystery question, one of these original 9 questions, is the mystery question.
Yeah.
If you land on it and answer it correctly, you'll hear this sound.
Yes.
The beloved cowbell. That means you win a hardback copy of this brand new book from Alex McFarland and Bert Harper, 100 Bible Questions and Answers on Prophecy and the End Times.
Yep. And then we have our Learning University T-shirts. Will be ready in about a week, maybe 2. They're coming through the Straits of Hormuz right now, so it's kind of, you know what I'm saying, it's kind of risky whether we're going to get those shirts or not.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding about that. Shouldn't joke about war. I'm not joking about war. I'm just talking about we need to pray for our servicemen and women.
Yes.
That's right.
Who are overseas involved in this conflict/war with Iran. All right, go ahead, Jonathan. What you got, my friend?
All right. Well, I've been on here a few times, and I think everybody pretty well knows that at least one of my 3 first questions are going to be about John Wayne.
Yeah.
So,
Only one?
Only one this time.
Only one this time.
True to form, my first question is, in fact, a John Wayne question. John Wayne said that John Wayne said that this 1956 movie he starred in was his favorite role of his entire career, so much so that he named his son after the character he played in this movie.
Wow.
Wow.
What was the name of the movie?
He did movie. John Wayne, I mean, he's one of the top 10 movie stars of the 20th century.
Yes, sir.
Certainly, probably number 1 or number 2 with Clint Eastwood. Tied, maybe,
agreed.
in terms of westerns.
Mm-hmm.
But so he named his son after a movie he made in 1956.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. What is the name of that movie?
Okay.
All right. Question 2. So Bible question. Who was the first king of Israel? Who was the first king of Israel?
Good Bible question.
All right. And my third question. What bizarre Independence Day coincidence links U.S. Presidents John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, and James Monroe?
Okay. I got you. I think I know the answer to that.
Yeah, good questions. Here's what I've got. Start out with the Bible question. At many of the most important moments in his ministry, Jesus often allowed the same 3 disciples. Name them. At many of the most important moments in his ministry, Jesus often allows the same 3 disciples. Name them. Second question, Phillips and flatheads are types of what? Phillips and flatheads are types of what? Third question, true or false, silly string is outlawed in Mobile, Alabama. Is that true or false? Silly string is outlawed in Mobile, Alabama.
Really?
True or well, maybe not. If it is, everybody can certainly see why.
Oh yeah, no question about it.
Jonathan is like, really?
Yeah.
See, Tim and I have been friends for 30 years, so it didn't have to make sense.
I'll just keep being quiet
one
here,
of
and
us
y'all
throws,
just, yeah.
One of us throws the ball towards the glass, and the other one doesn't even have to look. They know to grab it and alley-oop it.
And I've just got a puzzled look on my face here.
Hang on, brother. There's more.
Okay.
There's more.
More
Okay.
coming. Well, I'll tell you, Waha, you just listen up, yo, grump.
Y'all are going to get me too tickled.
Well, there's got to be more things like this, Waha.
I'm not going to be able to.
Who says why? That's John Wayne.
No.
He do that when he went out and ordered dinner?
I just do that because it sounds like that's something he should say.
Oh, he didn't say that?
No,
that's JJ imitating.
That's John Wayne.
Okay.
John
Well, you
Wayne
had to
is.
go in there, man. I thought he was a wah. I thought I'll take the sirloin wah with some broccoli. Wah. Bring me a lot of butter for my roll. Wah. He didn't do that.
But doesn't it sound like him though?
Yeah, sounds just like him,
That's
JJ.
just my little extra I threw in there.
Man, you that was a deep dive. You did it.
I'm not going to make it an hour.
Okay, here we go. Wah. Here we go. All right, so which part of the human body controls balance?
Under normal circumstances?
Yes. Yes, under normal circumstances. Which part of the human body controls balance? Does that make sense?
It does to me.
Yes, sir.
All right. In life, in your spiritual condition, everything you can think of.
Controls balance. All right, here we go. Here's my second question. This actor was a star in several Disney movies in the 1970s. He also, give away that this is a male, he also starred in the Western Tombstone. Who is he? Who is he? You got that question?
Yes, sir.
This man was in his 20s probably. He was a major star in Disney movies. All right, so, and here's my third question. What state produces the most rice? What state produces the most rice?
Good question.
We produce a lot of rice here in the U.S., and this state produces the most. What state am I talking about? All right, let's go. Who's up first, Jonathan?
We got
or
Dawn.
JJ?
Yeah, we got Dawn from Virginia. Hello, Dawn.
Hi. Oh, my gosh. I cannot believe it. I called the first time and actually got on. I'm so excited. And my husband, his name is Terry, and he's the one who actually got me started listening to you guys. And we really appreciate what you guys do and putting out some good, godly listening. So we appreciate it.
Thank you, Dawn, and congratulations.
Yeah.
You're on the air with us. And Jonathan's our general manager when he's not doing John Wayne impersonations here. And JJ, JJ's been on staff a long time, and we just appreciate very much what you just said.
Yes, Terry, thank you for listening, and thank you for turning Dawn on. Yeah, but Terry's the one that started listening
you're right.
to tell Dawn about it, and thank you both there. Well, Dawn,
you had Tony Orlando.
That's right. We got
and,
Tony Orlando.
now we got Terry
on deck.
Got Terry and Dawn, so.
Hey,
we got Dawn detergent.
We love.
I mean, there's just many ways to look at
we
this
can
thing.
keep going. Hey, Dawn, we love your enthusiasm. Do you want to ask, answer, or do both?
Okay, I'll do both. One of the questions, there was a couple of them, but the one about the first king of Israel.
Okay. All right, that was one of my questions, Dawn. The question was, who was the first king of Israel?
And that would be Saul.
That is correct.
Nicely done.
Good job.
Thank you for reading your Bible.
Saul was the
first king, head and shoulders taller than everybody else, and actually hiding among the luggage when they were saying, "Saul, come on down." Or that might have been something different. I think that was the game show.
I don't think that's.
I didn't remember reading that part.
Yeah, when Samuel was saying, "Okay, I'm about to introduce him as king," and he was hiding, so he started out humble and faithful, but then I think it went to his head.
Yeah.
Hey, Dawn, what's your question for us?
I had it on my mind. It was okay. What was the name of Moses' mother?
Jochebed.
Yes. Yes.
I'm answering for the
please.
team
Yeah.
here.
Well,
You
you know,
said
that,
just to blurt it out.
yeah. So her name was Jochebed.
Jochebed.
Yeah.
But they called her Bubbles, and I don't know what that had to do with anything. It's just
Called her Bubbles?
Yeah, everybody had nicknames. I mean, as far back as the Old Testament. So they called her Bubbles, but I don't think she was crazy about that.
Jock what?
Jochebed.
Yeah.
Hey, Don, thank
yeah.
you again for listening. You and Terry, God bless you. Have a great weekend. Don't forget, time change this weekend.
Thank you, Dawn, and thank you, Terry.
We spring forward, guys, so don't be
right.
late to Sunday school.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
I'm so tired of darkness at
Yeah.
5 o'clock.
At 5 o'clock.
Yeah,
Yep.
and then 5:30. Maybe you get 5:30 right now, but it's so starting this Sunday, we get another hour of daylight, huh?
Yes, but we lose an hour.
I don't care about that. That's like one day. I'm talking about we get 8 months of
Daylight.
of some daylight.
Yeah.
Right.
So I have to, all
Well,
right.
tell us how you really feel.
Yeah.
I don't think you really.
Yeah. I don't even know why we have daylight savings time.
Oh, we got to get rid of it.
Huh?
No, it's one of those things they can't explain. They don't know when it
Right.
started, and you know.
Yeah, they keep saying it has something to do with agriculture or farming
Oh,
or
there's kids out by the bus waiting at the bus stop. You hear whatever. You just hear a different thing. Here's why we started.
Yeah.
But once it started, nobody can stop anything.
Yes, just one of those things.
Right.
And things of that nature. So, Trivia Friday it is on American Family Radio. Tim, Jonathan, and JJ. Who's up next?
Tina from
Tina is.
Arkansas.
Wow.
Good morning, Tina.
Good morning.
What part of Arkansas?
Bentonville.
Where is
Bentonville.
it? Oh, yeah.
Up in the northwest.
Walmart country.
Yeah, and
Yes, sir.
Tyson's and University of Arkansas area.
Yeah.
Oh, all kinds.
All
Yes,
kind of
sir.
stuff up there.
Tina, do you want to ask, answer, or do both?
Both.
Which one you want to answer?
I want to answer the other Bible question about the three.
Yes, ma'am. Here's the question.
The
At many of the most important moments in his ministry, Jesus often allowed the same three disciples. Name them.
Peter, James, and John.
Peter, James, and John.
Good job.
They were the inner circle and among his best friends. No, Jesus doesn't have favorites, but they showed up at the healing of Jairus' daughter. They were there at the Mount of Transfiguration. They were there in the agony of the Garden of Gethsemane, and I don't know where else, but almost all these miracles and everything you go. And there he was, and he kept everybody else outside, but allowed Peter, James, and John to be there. Hey,
Yeah, they were like you said, sort of his. They were
Inner
whatever do
circle.
you want to call it, inner circle,
Right.
You wanna call it- Where do you listen, Tina? You said.
AFR.
Okay, I mean you listen you already told us that in Bentonville.
Bentonville.
Okay.
Bentonville, yes, sir.
All right, Tina, we're ready for your question. Fire away.
Well, wanted to wish you a happy birthday, and I also have a sister who was born on my birthday.
Whoa. Okay. Wow.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but not a twin, right?
Nope.
Yeah, just a sister.
7 years between us.
Okay. Well, when is your birthday?
The
It's
date-
in August.
I know.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, hey, Tina, what's your question for us?
Well, since I live in Bentonville and Walmart is big around here, what is the size of the acreage for the Walmart home office, the new one?
Oh, I saw that being constructed when I was up there about 6 months ago or a year ago, whenever it was.
I'm going to take a guess and say it's sitting on 30 acres. And that's just
yeah,
pulling that out of whole cloth.
I don't. Would John?
I'll say 20 acres.
20 acres. That's a big piece of property.
That
especially
is,
if you
but we're talking about something.
Yeah, that's a big.
We're talking about something Sam did.
especially if you go up. Go up a few. I'll go with what'd y'all say? 30 and 20.
Yes, sir.
I'll split the difference. I'll say 25. Tina, 25 acres.
350.
300.
Oh, you're talking about the whole spread right there, not just the
Yeah.
building
Like what is
itself.
the campus?
Okay, like the lake beside it and the running track, and you know what I'm saying.
Sorry, I was.
That's okay. No, we were a little bit confused on the, but 300 acres. Somebody sold them.
350.
350.
Wow.
Huh?
That's good.
Yeah. Wow. What do you work for them, Tina?
No.
Okay. All right.
Here's
That's
the
why
deal.
eggs are $7.
Some of y'all
I
up
guess
there
they had to pay for that.
Some of y'all up there in Arkansas that's got a lawn service, you need to reach out to them there in Bentonville, 350 acres, because you and your boy and your next door neighbor, and you could hire a couple neighborhood kids.
Yeah.
You could
be set for life.
You'd be in good shape. It's going to take you a minute to cut them 350 acres. By the time you start on Monday, you finish up on Saturday night.
Yeah.
Around
Time to
midnight,
start
you're gonna
again.
Start all over. That's right. Hey, thank you, Tina. God
you,
bless
Tina.
you. Have a great weekend.
All right. You got a lot of you got Walmart, but you got other industries up there, businesses up there too located.
So, you know,
West
I'm a
Arkansas.
pilot, so I love all things aviation. Sam Walton was a regular guy. He drove an old truck, had an old dog, I think named Roy or
He
something.
was young
that
at one time, though.
That's right, but
Rodney.
he named the dog food after his dog, but he loved to fly. And once he's taxiing, getting ready to get on the runway, and he stopped at the end of the taxiway, and he got out, and he took his shotgun because he saw some doves fluttering up, and he shot at these doves, and the guys at the airport said, "Sam, you can't do that." He said, "Well, I've been doing this ever since I was young." He said, "Well, this is a new day. We're not excited about you even having a shotgun in your airplane, but you just can't get out of your plane
Right.
and start shooting
Sort of
doves."
willy-nilly.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah. But
Be willy-nilly.
some pilots told me that, and then I heard it several more times because he was just regular.
A regular guy.
When you're just a regular guy, and you remember how things used to be. When I was in high school, people had guns in the gun rack out in the parking lot.
Yeah, in the back
Nobody
window or
shot
whatever.
anybody.
In
yeah.
the back window,
Yeah.
because it was just what did George Bush say? A kinder, gentler day or something like that.
He said George W. Bush
Yeah.
or H.W. Bush?
One of them, yeah.
Well, W.H.W. Bush said not gun that.
Wouldn't be prudent.
wouldn't be prudent.
Not gonna do it.
Not gun. Not. It's one word.
Waha. I'm not gonna do it. Waha.
Not gun that. Not gun that.
George Bush doing John Wayne.
Hey, where
All
do we
right.
go next?
Well, I tell you what. That's we're about a minute out from break. Minute and a half. Take our break a little early here, and then it'll be prudent. Come back.
Waha.
And Waha. And so we'll go to Lydia in Georgia. Is that right?
That's right.
I think so.
We got Lydia in Georgia. We got Jeff in Tennessee, Alex in Texas, Rick in Louisiana, Jeremy in Arkansas, and Cindy in Oklahoma.
Woohoo!
We'll get to those calls. Boom, 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 boom. See what I did there?
I like it.
Sam Walton.
That's
boom,
right.
Boom, boom, boom.
Coming out there shooting at doves.
Pull off. Wow. All right, we'll be back momentarily with more of Trivia Friday on American Family Radio.
It's my turn.
Here is your host for My Turn, Don Wildmon.
Some years ago, there was a young man who wanted to find a place to serve his fellow man. Searching, praying, looking, he came to the conclusion that God had called him to be a minister. He began his preparation. He worked hard toward being a minister, but things just didn't seem to fit in place. Following a trying period, he finally left the ministry and turned to medicine. Being a Canadian, he studied at the University of Toronto. During World War I, he served his country as a soldier. Returning to Canada, he practiced medicine in London, Ontario. However, business was not very good for him. Patients simply did not come. But he was not to become discouraged. A man of usefulness, he began reading all the latest medical journals in his spare time. He became obsessed with the tragedies he saw in the disease called diabetes. It was taking the lives of many people. In 1921, he gave up his practice of medicine and borrowed a laboratory in which to conduct experiments. This man had little help or encouragement from his friends. Nevertheless, he worked steadily in the laboratory. He was searching for a cure for the dreaded disease of diabetes. He had a helper by the name of Charles Best. They both applied their knowledge and skill toward the discovery for a cure of diabetes. You know, sometimes it's hard to find one's place in life. Often it seems for many of us that we just don't fit in anywhere. We try one thing and it doesn't work out. Then we go to another field with not much success. But there's a feeling in all of us, and I think it's divinely implanted, that somewhere there's a job for us to do. And the truth is, there is. We all have a role to play in the theater of life. None of us are of such little importance that we should be left out when the curtain is pulled and the play begins. We each have a special talent given by our Creator, which He expects us to pass on to others. We probably aren't able to do some things as well as other people do them, but then they aren't capable of doing some things as well as we do them either. We should each do the best we can with what we have to do with. I guess you call that stewardship. If we'll make that serious search, we'll find our place in life. How was it that the Good Shepherd said it? Seek, and you shall find. I believe he meant that. Keep looking, keep searching, keep hunting for your spot to fill, and one day you will find it. And life will have meaning and purpose because you do. The man who left the ministry for medicine was Sir Frederick Grant Banting. He found his place and discovered insulin. Millions of diabetics are glad he did. And if you haven't found your place, keep searching. You will.
This has been My Turn with Don Wildmon, a production of the American Family Association.
In Him we were also chosen, having been predestined according to the plan of Him who works out everything in conformity with the purpose of His will. Ephesians 1:11.
American Family Radio.
Meet George Jetson. His boy Elroy.
There you go. You can go on the internet if you want to listen to the rest of it. You know, that reminded me of the cameo that John Wayne made on the Jetsons in 1972, I think it was. Do you guys remember this?
Barely.
Huh?
I don't remember it.
You don't remember it at all?
No.
It was a very...
Tell us about it.
It was a big deal. It was like the last episode of MASH. You know, the whole world's watching it.
Yeah.
Because John Wayne never did cameos.
Right.
But he was on the Jetsons.
Ah.
So, you know, it was an animated character.
Right.
But it was John Wayne nonetheless.
Yeah.
So his cowboy hat had
You could tell by that shuffle.
Yeah.
When he just walking with
Yeah.
kind of.
Well, he was on like a space cowboy
Ah.
type thing. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Okay. All right. Trivia Friday it is on American Family Radio. Tim, Jonathan, and JJ. And Jonathan Coker's our GM here, and he fills in from time to time when one of us is out for trivia. And let's go ahead, guys, and repeat our questions that have
heretofore
gone unanswered, and then we'll go back to the phones.
All right, I'll start my first question, John Wayne question. John Wayne said in this 1956 movie he starred was his favorite role of his entire career, so much so that he named his son after his character. What was the name of the movie?
All the movies he's been in,
know.
all the blockbusters, and one stood out so much that I'm going to go ahead and name my son Rambo.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to give it, give it away.
Yeah. All right, my second question. What bizarre Independence Day coincidence links U.S. Presidents John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, and James Monroe? And I had one of mine answered, so I'm going to add one more, and that is, what is the only fruit that carries its seeds on the outside?
It carries them, though, right?
It carries them.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just on the outside.
Carries them on the outside.
Yeah.
Hey, good questions. Here's what I've got. First question, Phillips and flatheads are types of what? Phillips and flatheads are types of what?
Well, that's a mystery.
Second question. He's on fire today. See what I put up with every Friday, Jonathan? I got put up with in air quotes. People can't hear that on the air, but they're radio air quotes.
One thing's for sure, you definitely know what Tim's thoughts are because he lets them out.
Here's second question. True or false? Silly string is outlawed in Mobile, Alabama. Is that true or false?
I want to be careful going through there now.
Oh, look, you get stopped at a traffic
You get stopped, got caught, and you got silly string in your car.
That's it. First thing, license, registration. Have you boys been drinking? Y'all got any silly string in this vehicle? And then that's when everybody stiffens up and their eyes are cutting from side to side. Oh, man. Do we still have the silly string in the trunk? Silly string, and it may not be true. Silly string is outlawed in Mobile, Alabama. True or false? Third question, I'm going to add one. To a golfer, what is a frosty? Or some people say a snowman. To a golfer, what is a snowman? What does that mean?
All right, my questions here are my question. Which part of the human body controls balance? Number 2. This actor was a star in several Disney movies in the 1970s. He also starred in the Western Tombstone. Who is he? And number 3, what state produces the most rice? What state produces the most rice? Let's go. Who's up next?
All right, we've got Lydia from Georgia. Hi, Lydia.
Hi.
What part of Georgia?
I'm in Valdosta.
Okay, good area.
That's I've been through there many times. That's I-75, right, Lydia? Isn't
like
it 90,
degrees?
Oh, is it 95? That's I-75. No, the interstate runs through your town.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, Lydia,
I just moved here recently.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. Well, listen, it's not. Some things are not important in life.
No, look, when it's
going the interstate that's 3 miles from you right now is really.
When it's springtime and you say 75, I can see where you immediately go. I think that is about right. It's going to be around 70, 75
degrees.
Yeah,
right
I'm
now.
sorry. I should have been more clear.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right. Well, Lydia, thanks for calling from Valdosta. You want to ask, answer, or both?
I'll do both today.
Okay. Hey, Lydia, before you answer one of our questions, how do you feel about singing happy birthday to Tim Wildmon? Today's his birthday, and I think it'd be wonderful if one of our listeners is.
You and Jonathan can join in.
You think?
Yeah, you don't want that.
Okay, let's pass.
I'd be fine with that.
Well, hey,
I'm
look,
okay with that.
you lead us, and then we'll ask our listeners, all of our listeners, to join in. All right, go,
All right.
Lydia.
To Tim?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. No.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tim. Happy birthday to you.
Hey, Lydia, now you were good.
Yeah.
You're a singer. Jonathan and JJ?
Yeah, not so much.
And a
Little
good
background noise.
and a good sport.
I tried to be as
That
quiet
was
as
my
I
major in
could.
college.
Oh,
Oh,
music
see,
or singing?
I picked
Well,
the
you
right
picked-
person.
Yeah, you did.
You sure did. Lydia, you can definitely sing. No
Okay.
doubt about it.
Okay,
Oh, thank you.
yeah, Tim, 4 siblings, and 3 of the 4 were born on the same day. That's pretty.
Hey, listen,
remarkable.
if people want to send gift cards, it doesn't matter. I'm not offended by getting them next week, is what I'm saying.
Belated. It's called belated birthday
Yeah, just
for a
because
reason.
they don't arrive today doesn't mean I won't be appreciative. That's what I'm saying. It won't hurt my feelings.
Hey, Lydia, which question
Yes,
you feel
sir.
confident about?
I feel confident about the tombstone question.
All right.
All right, Lydia, here's the question. What age are you, by the way? Can I ask you?
I'm 24.
24. Okay, because I wanted to know, because this question is kind of a baby boomer question. It's generational. But
Right.
but
She's
Lydia,
confident.
she's 24. She still knows the answer to this. This actor,
I love Tombstone.
Yes, Tombstone, great movie. This actor was a star in several Disney movies in the 1970s. He also went on to star in the Western Tombstone. Who am I talking about?
You're talking about Kurt Russell.
Yes.
Yeah, good
Kurt
job.
Russell.
What a great actor.
He played in Tombstone. He played what character did he play?
Wyatt Earp.
Wyatt Earp. And then what's the actor who passed away? Who
Val
played
Kilmer.
Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
He played Doc Holliday. What was that famous line he had?
Huckleberry.
I'll
be your Huckleberry.
That was so cool.
Yeah. Yes, it was.
There's been as cool lines in movies, but that was about the best one right
You
there.
never know what
There's
quirky
so many good
thing
ones.
is going to be a catchphrase, and it's just going to be, you know.
I'm your Huckleberry. Isn't that what he said?
That's right. That's right.
He didn't say I'll be your. He said
I'm your Huckleberry.
I'm your Huckleberry.
No, what the whole thing, if you look at behind the scenes, he went, I'll be your Huckleberry. Wah. Hey, Lydia, what's your question for us?
All right. My question is about how many taste buds does the average human tongue have?
You and Allison were talking about that yesterday.
We were.
weren't you?
No, it was last week. We were talking about this at dinner. How many taste buds does your human tongue have? We also talked about a giraffe's tongue, too, because that's a big difference there.
That is a big
difference.
Between a human tongue and a giraffe tongue.
Yes, it
Thus,
is.
you would have exponentially greater number of taste buds.
Yeah.
with
Even
the
if you're
giraffe.
not good in math, everybody knows
Right.
that.
I thought we'd already had our size thing with the acreage of the Walmart building. Now we got the number of
How many
taste. All right, hold on a second, Lydia. Ask that question again, and as you ask it, think to yourself, why am I asking this question? But go ahead, you ask it again. Okay.
No, I know what. Hey, I want to dial in a little bit. What Tim's trying to say is, while you're asking that, say, what is the probability of them knowing this?
That's what I was thinking he was going to say.
Go ahead, Lydia. Ask it again. So I want to hear you say it.
I can ask a different one. I'm fine with that.
No. Go ahead and ask that one again, then we'll switch to a different
That's
one. But
right.
I want to hear you ask that one again.
We got our calculators out now. We've gone to all the
Go
trouble to
ahead.
pull our calculators
What's the
out.
question now?
About how many taste buds does the average human tongue have?
Oh, the average. Okay, I got it.
You were thinking on
No,
average.
not like difference between like a 3-year-old and a 63-year-old like myself. Some of mine have died.
No, but
actually.
look, the person getting that government grant to say, stick out your tongue and say, and they put that little wooden popsicle stick on there, and 1, 2, 18, 19, 20.
All right, I tell you what.
1,011, 1,012.
Say
Hey,
Keep saying
I'm gonna say 10,000.
All right, JJ says
10,000.
10,000. Lydia, what are we looking at here?
That is correct.
Oh.
Congratulations.
Did you Google that, JJ? How'd you know that?
I got Google going on in my head all the time. I just don't tell anybody. It's more like a hamster
You know what?
going around,
Lydia,
on a wheel.
You could have said 4,970, and she said, "You're right."
No, it's 10,000.
You're right.
When I'm home and I'm bored, a whole lot of people do other things.
your
I got my tongue out in front of the, the medicine cabinet there. Yes, you got to do something
I understand.
to kill. When you got some extra time on your hands.
Yeah, you count your taste buds. I know. I've heard of other people doing that too.
Have you ever been interrupted and had to start over?
That's the problem. It's like if you're sitting there counting and somebody asks you a question that has one number.
Yeah.
You know.
All right, Lydia.
Lydia, you made us laugh. Hey, look, I never ever do this, Lydia. But if you'll stay on the line, just because you sang "Happy Birthday" to the boss and you got such a great sense of humor with us. Hazing you, we're going to send you the book 100 Bible Questions and Answers on Prophecy and the End Times with Bert Harper and Alex McFarland. Is that okay to send her a book?
Yeah.
Stay on the line so they can get your address, and we're going to send you a book.
Thank you, Lydia.
She was so much fun and a great sport.
Good sport, Lydia. There. Yeah. So Kirk Russell, he starred. I remember because I used to go to the Saturday matinees in the early '70s. My mom dropped me and my buddy off, and we go to the movie. And Kurt Russell, the computer that wore tennis shoes, The Strongest Man in the World, The Barefoot Executives, These were all like deep dive movies. I mean,
Was he in the Herbie or no, whatever the
no,
Love
it was.
Bug?
I think he was Herbie and the Love Bug.
Yeah, because that was
Herbie the Love Bug.
Yeah, but you all those that was when Walt Disney, good, clean, safe, G-rated. You could trust it. When then it started going woke before woke even happened. But he was in a lot of those and always did a great job.
Yeah. All right, you're listening to Trivia Friday on American Family Radio. Tim, JJ, and Jonathan. Who's next, JJ?
We have got Rick from Louisiana. Hello, Rick.
Hello.
Hey, Rick, don't forget it's this weekend that we spring forward, so you're going to lose an hour, but at least the clock will be right in your truck for 6 more months, so there's that.
I'm glad to hear that.
Rick, don't
Hey,
don't be
Rick,
too.
calm down.
Yeah, I was going to say.
No, you need to calm down, Rick.
Me now.
Okay.
Hey, Rick, ask, answer, or do both, sir.
I'm going to do both.
Which one you want to answer?
I'll answer the balance question.
Like the what?
That's
Oh,
your
the balance
balance.
question. Okay, here we
Yeah,
go.
balance.
Here we
Yeah,
go.
balance.
Here we go, Brother Rick. The question is, which part of the human body controls our balance? Rick, what's the answer to that?
That's the inner ear.
Yes, it is.
Oh, nice.
That's the inner ear. Can you do you know any? Can you explain that a little bit?
I don't know. I've just lost my balance.
Hey, we saw what you did there.
Yeah, so the inner ear is the primary organ in the human body responsible for controlling balance and houses what's called the vestibular system. So anyway, it's the inner ear.
Yeah,
If
with
you
the
have-
anvil and the little hammer and the anvil and all those goings on there in your inner ear.
I think that's the communist signal.
Yes.
Sign.
Yes.
Isn't it?
I
The
think
handle
you're
and
right. And the sickle?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
That's
about.
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I don't know what relation they have with my question.
No, you got a little anvil, a little hammer, and all that in your inner ear. That makes. Hey, we're fearfully and wonderfully made by God.
Oh, you're being serious.
I'm being
Okay.
serious. It's amazing how precise and delicate and everything that goes on in your ear.
But the inner ear controls our balance.
And we got 10,000 taste buds.
Way to go, Rick. Are you Rick? Are you like in the medical field, or what? How'd you know the answer to that?
No, I'm not. I'm just practiced one on a dog one time.
You did what now?
You ever? I did a heart transplant on a frog.
Like in college, and
It didn't turn out well for the frog.
Yeah, you got a F
No,
in that
frog
lab,
didn't
didn't
make
you?
it.
I thought you said a dog.
Yeah.
I said,
He
man,
did
y'all
say
were
that.
doing things different in your
Well, it was a
school than
dog
what we
frog.
were.
So, anyway, Rick.
It wasn't in med school. It was in the backyard.
Oh, no.
That's unfortunate.
Remind me not to visit
Hey,
Rick.
what's your question for us?
All right, I'm going to throw you a softball here. In what year is the next lunar eclipse?
I thought you said you were going to throw us a softball.
Yeah.
I think in the year 10,000. JJ, that worked last time, didn't it?
In the year
Yeah.
10,000.
Year 10,000.
Yeah.
So when is the next lunar eclipse?
Correct. What year?
I'm going to say 2028.
2028. That's
2028.
our answer, and we're sticking to it.
All right, that's correct.
Hey,
Yes.
Wow,
Good job.
Tim.
Good job.
Nice
I,
You win the
job.
book.
That's please. I just
no applause.
no applause is needed. It's one of those things.
It's a
you
gift.
Know when you know.
Yeah.
That's right. That's
It's
right.
one of those things that happen right there.
Yeah. Hey, Rick, have a great weekend. Thanks for listening to AFR.
Thank you, Rick. Rick was
2028.
Rick was a wild man there, wasn't he? Huh? That's why I told him to calm down.
That's right.
Right there.
You knew what was
All right.
coming, didn't you?
Nobody could understand.
Yeah.
All right, Trivia Friday it is on American Family Radio, also known as
Learning University.
Learning University.
So here's
on the
what
air.
happened. This elderly couple sitting on the porch swing.
Yep.
You know how you can be in the same space hearing what you think is the same thing, but people have different perspectives?
Sure.
He's listening. It's the end of the day, sitting on the porch swing. He's listening to the crickets, so soothing.
Yeah.
She is hearing from the little country church down in the valley, the choir is practicing. So she's hearing the choir, he's hearing the crickets, and she says, listen to that. She said, that is just so beautiful. He said, I know. And it's amazing how they can do that by rubbing their legs together.
Do that again. Maybe I didn't pay attention close enough. Give me that joke.
You know, crickets make that sound by rubbing. I probably should have mentioned that. Crickets make their sound by rubbing their legs together.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Well,
you could have saved that for a trivia question.
I was going to say I just run a trivia question.
You're pulling my leg.
No, crickets make that sound by rubbing their legs together.
Believe that, Jonathan? You think he just pulled him one on?
He's pulling my leg too. He's not.
No, it's legit. It's legit.
He grew up in Kentucky.
We give him an excuse. Yeah, we'll give him a pass.
Make up stuff.
Hey, where are we going? Back to the phones? Is that a good idea?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Alex in Texas.
Hey, Alex.
Alex is going to know. Ask you.
Hey,
I know what you're going to do.
Hey, Alex.
Hey, how's it going? This is Alex.
Hey, is this Alex?
Yes, this is Alex.
Hey, Alex, where do you live in Texas?
I live in Houston, Texas.
Okay. Hey, do you mind rubbing your legs together there for just a minute and see if we get a cricket sound?
It'll make the same noise.
No, Alex will tell you that crickets, that's how crickets make the sound. Did you know that, Alex?
Oh, yeah, I knew that.
Yeah. Hey, ¿cómo
They're
estás?
annoying in the... Bien, ¿y tú?
Muy bien.
So one other follow-up on this, and then I'll drop it. So do we have video confirmation of this, of the crickets rubbing their legs together to make this noise?
I guarantee Ed has seen it on Nat Geo, because that's what, when I'm on my days off.
You talk about follow the leader.
When I'm counting the taste buds on my tongue and the medicine chest there in that mirror, Ed is religiously watching Nat Geo. He's seen it.
So one day, way back there in history, one cricket decided to rub his legs together.
Sure.
And said, "Y'all watch this."
Yeah.
and the rest is history.
Yes.
And even today, now you go to your backyard tonight. I'll go to my backyard, and they'll be out there
rubbing their legs together.
And that's also a lesson why you shouldn't necessarily follow what one person does.
That's
you need to stand on your own two legs.
That's
all right?
the lesson right there. Yeah.
Y'all watch this.
And the choir members aren't doing that. Just for the record, they're not allowed to do that.
They weren't doing that.
No. Hey, Alex, ask. Hey, what part of Texas, my friend?
He said Houston.
Oh, Houston.
Yeah.
Houston.
Ask, answer, or do both.
Both. So the question is for the John Wayne answer.
There you go.
Here we go.
Voila.
All right, Alex, I'm going to ask it. I'm going to ask it real quick, and then you give us the answer. All right, John Wayne said that this 1956 movie he starred in was his favorite role of his entire career, so much so that he named his son after the character he played. What was the name of the movie?
The Searcher.
That is correct.
The who?
The Searchers.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
You've never seen The Searchers?
No, what was the name of the character?
Ethan Edwards is the name of his character, and his youngest son, he named Ethan.
Wow. Okay, I got to go watch that.
You've never seen The Searchers?
No, I have not.
How can you call yourself an American?
I know it.
I know it. Would you recommend that?
Oh, yes, absolutely. If you've never seen it, there's plenty of people that say you should have won an Oscar for that.
For 1956 movie.
Now, see, I've seen John Wayne movies. I've seen most of them 2 or 3 times because I just love John Wayne. But I don't think I've ever.
No, The Searchers.
Hey, Alex, how did you know that, Alex?
Well, I won't lie, I searched it up. But my favorite John Wayne moment is when he throws the little boy in the water because he doesn't know how to swim, and the mom comes out and goes, "My son can't swim," and he goes, "Well, then go and get him." And she looks at him. She goes, "I can't." And
I can't swim either.
And goes to snatch her up.
That's from
Hondo. One of my favorite moments.
Hondo. That's a Louis L'Amour book that was made into a movie.
Wow. That's good. Louis L'Amour books were all good Western.
True Grit. I remember watching True Grit.
And then it'd be a happy birthday to Tim. And my fun fact is me and my dad actually have the same birthday.
You and your dad?
We're both.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, when is that, Alex?
October 30th.
Okay. Hey, that's my wife's birthday.
October the 30th?
Yeah, somebody here knows Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, he's part of the equation. Absolutely.
What's the old thing? Seven people removed from Kevin Bacon.
That's
or
right.
Like that.
Alex, what's your question for us?
Well, it wouldn't be so much a question, but more of a favor. If y'all are able to shout out my small company for the Houston area, it's a Diamondback Tradesman Co. epoxy company. We install epoxy floors commercially and residentially all throughout the area, Texas, all throughout Texas. We will go to Austin, Nacogdoches, wherever. But,
well, you just did it. How can people find you online?
What's the name of it?
You could find me through Facebook, Nextdoor, but it's Diamondback Tradesman Co.
All right, brother.
It's all about the rattlesnake.
Thank you, Alex.
In Texas, isn't it?
Diamondbacks, yeah. Thank you, Alex. Appreciate it. You're listening to Trivia Friday on American Family Radio. Let's repeat our questions, guys. Quickly.
Okay. I'm going to have to add one. Let's see. All right. Let me just start. All right. My last question remaining. What bizarre Independence Day coincidence links U.S. Presidents John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, and James Monroe? My second question is, what is the only fruit that carries its seeds on the outside?
But they carry them.
It does carry it.
Yeah.
Here's what I've got. Phillips and flatheads are types of what? Phillips and flatheads are types of what? Car motors, catfish, a lot of things out there. Second question, true or false, silly string is outlawed in Mobile, Alabama.
Wow.
Is that true or false? Third question, this is for you golfers. What is a snowman mean in golfing? Some people say a frosty. Some people say, I got a snowman.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you? Is it called duffers? Is that what you call a golfer?
Yeah, well, that's an offensive term.
You just insulted
I
part of the
zero about
but
golfing.
Now, duffers, they know who they are, and they call themselves that. But
Well, I mean, they go to those things for the free
Well, the
coffee,
duffers.
and they say, "Hi, my name is Bill. I'm a duffer. Hello,
Yeah,
Bill.
Right.
Welcome to the. What step are you on? Well, I'm on step number 9.
Yeah.
Got 3 more steps.
Hackers. We're also called hackers.
Okay.
You know, different things. To
So
distinguish.
if somebody's trying to duff into your computer, is that
No,
what you have to be,
it's
be careful about.
I don't know where duffers coming from, but you can understand where hackers come from.
That's right.
You're just hacking at the ball with no real idea where it's going.
So your questions.
Yes, my questions are as follows. I only have 2 left, so 2 have been taken. 2 that I brought with me. What state produces the most rice? And secondly, new question, what city is the capital of Canada? What city is the capital of Canada? All right, back to the phones. Who's next?
Let's go to Jeff in Tennessee. Howdy, Jeff.
Hello.
Hey, what part of Tennessee?
Camden.
That's a good area.
Where's that, JJ?
Right on 55, 40,
Right
right there off of
Yeah.
40. Not too
Yeah, right
far
by
from
Paris.
Paris.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Kind of as the crow flies over from the land between the lakes.
40 runs through Jackson, and Paris is north of there an hour.
Yeah, Jackson as you're going to Nashville. Before you get to Nashville, you cross Camden there.
Going east.
Yes.
I got you.
Hey,
All right, Jeff.
Yeah. Ask, answer, or do
Hey.
both.
Oh, man, after 7 years, I'm going to do both, brother.
Oh, you've been waiting that long, huh?
Yeah, he's been trying for 7 years.
I've been on hold for a long time.
Hey, Jeff, let me tell you something.
I've been waiting.
Yeah.
I ain't called up the phone yet.
Hey, Jeff, let me give you something.
Patience a virtue.
Let me give you something. Let me give you something biblical. Jacob said after 7 years, it only seemed like a minute. Hey, what's your?
Is that when he worked 7 years?
Yeah, to get his
he got
wife,
tricked.
but then he got tricked.
He got
had
tricked
worked
by
7
somebody,
more.
didn't he?
Yeah, by
Hey,
Uncle Laban.
That was unfortunate.
Hey, JJ.
Yes,
One
sir.
day is 1,000 years.
That's
Say,
right.
Oh, there you go. Hey, listen, which one you want to answer?
Let's go with the rice question.
Rice, Tim.
Oh, rice. Okay, Jeff, here's the question. What state produces the most rice, Jeff?
Well, my wife is Cajun, so if I don't get this right,
okay,
I'm in bad shape. I'm gonna go with Arkansas.
There's Cajuns in Arkansas? Huh? Are you just
maybe.
Are you just know about rice?
I know a lot about rice.
Oh, obviously. Okay. Yes. Well, here's the answer. Arkansas. You're right. Yep.
Yes.
So listen, Arkansas produces 40% of our rice in the U.S.
Wow.
You know this? And then the other states are California, Louisiana, Mississippi, Missouri, and Texas. So, but Arkansas, 40% of all the rice. Hey, can you hold on, Jeff? We got to take a break.
Yes, sir.
All right, hold on. We'll be back with you in just a minute.
The views and opinions expressed in this broadcast may not necessarily reflect those of the American Family Association or American Family Radio.
Faith, family, freedom. American Family Radio.
Where can you access instruction and inspiration from scholars, apologists, authors, preachers, and activists to deepen your Christian understanding? You could enroll in seminary, but a better way might be the AFA Cultural Institute. You'll find a collection of more than 50 informative inspirational video lectures with more to come. Visit stream.afa.net to experience the AFA Cultural Institute.
This is American Family Radio, a listener-supported ministry of the American Family Association.
It's the top of the hour, and this is American Family News. I'm Rusty Pugh. Israeli strikes overnight targeting a multi-million-dollar bunker. The Trump administration says U.S. ground troops are not being considered, while Secretary of War Pete Hegseth says the amount of firepower over Iran will surge dramatically. Israel ambassador to the United Nations, Danny Danon.
24/7, our pilots, come into Israel, refuel, and reload and fly back to Iran. So I think it's amazing to see what's happening now, but it's not over yet. Iran now, they are panicked. They are in desperation.
With Iran on its heels, the U.S. military surges forward with Operation Epic Fury. Retired Lieutenant General Keith Kellogg is the former Ukraine Special Envoy.
When you look at their Navy, it's all at the bottom of the Persian Gulf. You look at the Revolutionary Guards, they've been decimated. You look at the leadership, they're gone. The United States of America is winning this fight without a problem.
The national average for a gallon of regular gas has jumped more than 30 cents in just the last week as the conflict in Iran pushes oil prices higher. Cargo ships are currently stuck in the Gulf or are being forced to make lengthy detours around the southern tip of Africa. Energy Secretary Chris Wright says they're working as quickly as they can to try to get those ships moving again. But it starts with U.S. forces suppressing Iran's ability to wreak havoc on the area.
Iran has been an escalator of energy prices 47 years, the whole history of their regime. We've got a little bit of an interruption right now to finally put an end to their ability to wreak havoc, to kill Americans and to terrorize their neighbors. First, we got to get their ability to cause trouble way down. And then as soon as it's reasonable to do it, we'll escort ships through the straits and get the energy moving again.
The job market cooled unexpectedly last month.
The U.S. economy lost 92,000 jobs in February, and the unemployment rate rose to 4.4%. Also, revisions to December and January reveal 69,000 fewer jobs created than previously reported. Economists were expecting job creation of 59,000 last month, and the unemployment rate holding at 4.3%. Economists say there were factors influencing the month, including strikes. Also, retail sales declined 0.2% in January, though that's a smaller pullback than was predicted. Jenny Coselda, Fox News.
An upcoming rally in Oklahoma will push back against wind turbine expansion in the state. Robert Thornton prepared this report.
Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plain.
CFAC says a coalition of farmers, ranchers, tribal members, energy workers, and grassroots organizations will gather at the Oklahoma State Capitol on Saturday to rally against wind turbines in eastern Oklahoma. CFAC President Craig Rucker says there are many wind farms in western Oklahoma.
The locals don't want these big, ugly-looking wind farms taking up 120,000 acres of prime land to, spoil their scenery, linked to all sorts of health issues with the flickering of the lights. And, these are well documented. And also, they're an environmental problem because, of course, they kill birds, bats, endangered species and the like, and drive up electricity rates.
Rucker said the shadow flicker effect caused by early morning or evening sun passing through turning blades has been documented to cause nausea in some people. He said even though the turbines are touted as a cheap form of energy, they cause electricity rates to go up.
Even if they do state that they'll cover, 100,000 homes or that, they generally only do that about 25 to 35% of the time at full capacity.
He said other places in the world with high levels of renewable energy have higher electricity rates. Rucker also said that property values drop due to the turbines and their parts are not recyclable. I'm Robert Thornton.
A mother and daughter were killed last night in western Oklahoma when their vehicle was struck by a tornado at the start of a 2-day outbreak of severe storms that's underway in the plains and Midwest. Last night's storms spawned a total of 7 tornadoes from the Texas Panhandle to south central Kansas. More news available online at afn.net and download the AFN mobile app for your Apple or Android device. I'm Rusty Pugh.
If we lose this cultural war, we're going to have a hedonistic, humanistic society.
Discover the story of the culture warrior Don Wildmon and how he went head-to-head with Hollywood, Playboy, the homosexual agenda, and the Disney empire. The movement Don started paved the way for Christians to boldly stand for truth and righteousness in a hostile culture. Watch Culture Warrior today for free. Visit culturewarrior.movie.
This is Trivia Friday. The number to call with your question or your answer to a question is 888-589-8840. Now, back to more Trivia Friday.
Hey, welcome back, everybody, to Trivia Friday on American Family Radio. Thanks for listening to AFR. Tim here with Jonathan and JJ, and we go back to Jeff in Tennessee, who's been holding for 5 minutes. All right, Brother Jeff.
Oh,
you there?
Hold
what
on.
happened?
No, that's me. He's not gone.
What?
No,
Because he's been 7 years trying to get in. We sure don't want to drop him.
Yeah, lose him. What happened was we had Jeff on our computer screen here.
He's still
go
there.
Back to.
There we go. Jeff, you there?
Hey, fellas.
Hey, you're back now.
Jeff, what's your
5
question
minutes
for?
ain't worth 7 years.
Yeah,
That's right. Jeff, what's your question for us?
A proverb right there.
All right, I'm going to go Dwight D. Eisenhower faced amputation of a limb or die. True or false?
It is absolute. It's 100% true. And the doctor, everybody said, do it. He said, I'm not going to. And I think his brother was there. And he told his brother, please, if I pass out or whatever, please, please don't let him do it. And I'm thinking it was his brother. He went to bat. He said, you're not cutting his, leg off or whatever it was. That's 100% true story.
Well, do you know his brother's name?
No, I do not. But they
His
called him.
brother's name was Ed.
It was what?
Ed.
Ed.
Like Ed Vitagliano.
Yeah. Well, his nickname was Bubbles, but he never was comfortable with that because you're talking about getting ridiculed out there on the playground,
especially in that day.
But am I in the ballpark on the story, Jeff?
Oh, you're 100% true. I learned that from Don Wildman.
Yeah.
Oh wow, maybe that's where I learned it.
Yeah, listening
to those. It's my turn.
It's my turn story.
Yeah, those are pertinent and they're timely.
Yeah.
Still.
So
to this day.
Jeff? What happened there in that story that my dad tells about Dwight D. Eisenhower? Just to be clear, what happens?
Well, he was coming home from school and ran to a briar patch.
Okay.
Scraped his knee. I hope this is for a hat or something. I didn't hear that beloved cowbell sound.
Here's the deal. There's a lot of different levels.
We volunteer ourselves sometimes.
Here's the deal. There's a lot of different levels of hostage situations. I think we've entered into the ground floor, the first level, where we're under a siege right here.
Jeff, we'll send you a book, brother. And we don't have any unless you want to wait.
Happy birthday,
all right,
Tim.
thank you.
No, we are going to send you a book, but tell
you.
us about being thrown into the briar patch. So
Yeah,
throw me in the briar patch.
Here's the story there.
Okay, I can tell you a story. He was coming home from school, ran to a briar patch, scraped his knee, didn't think nothing about it. Went home, did his farm chores, went to bed that night, woke up. Next day, he was a little sore. Didn't think nothing about it. Went back, did his chores, did his thing. Next day, he woke up and he couldn't hardly use it. So when his folks came back from town, he told them about it. They called the doctor. The doctor said, well, it's been a little too late, and we're going to take that leg off. And he said, over my dead body, you're going to take my leg off. And the doctor said, listen, boy, I understand what you're saying, but I might take your leg off or you're going to die. He said, well, then I'm going to die. And he told his brother Ed, no matter what happens, do not let them take my leg off. And his brother Ed stood in the doorway, and they were devout Christians. They started praying, and it started getting better. And several years later, he became president. And the reporter said to his mama, you must be mighty proud of your son. She said, which one? Thinking of Ed.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow. That's an inspiring story right there.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
my brother Don.
Yeah,
Well,
my dad,
he's got a lot of good books.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff. Hey, people can go to our store.
Yeah.
There are books, there are T-shirts, caps, mugs. Great price. It helps the ministry. But those books that your dad wrote for graduation.
Well, yeah, we got a
Turns are
collection of those stories called "It's My Turn" in book form.
Yes.
Which is based on the radio shows that people hear during this hour. I tell you what, next week on this show we can emphasize that more.
Good.
Because I don't know how many we have in stock. And
Right, that's right.
All right, so you're listening to Trivia Friday on American Family Radio. Tim, Jonathan, and JJ. Who we go to next, JJ?
I know we're out of the Jonathan bobbleheads, so don't even ask for those.
Yeah.
Oh, Jonathan
sold out of those.
bobbleheads?
We sold out quick for obvious reasons. Hey, let's go to Oklahoma, where Cindy's on the line. Hi, Cindy.
Hello.
What part of Oklahoma?
I am from Pensacola, Oklahoma.
Okay, now if we're looking
That
at
is an Indian name.
Yes, it is. If we're looking at the map,
And
where is Pensacola?
Across the line from Fort Smith, Arkansas.
Oh, sure. We know right where you are up there in the corner.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right in the middle of the state of Arkansas, right on the line.
Yes. Answer.
My father.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, you go ahead. We want
to
to hear about your dad.
Yes. My father was in the Korean War. He met my mother. He was stationed here at Fort Chaffee in Fort Smith, and they met and married. He's from Amory, Mississippi, and I have a lot of family there in Nettleton area and Amory.
That's right down the road from us. I mean, 20, 30 miles from us.
Will you ever get back this way?
Yes.
Cindy?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
Welcome.
Oh, yes.
You're welcome to come by our studios here in Tupelo if you get an opportunity.
I will do that.
Let us know in advance.
I will do that.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
great.
That
I
goes
will.
for everybody listening. We have a lot of people, especially we've had people from like 3 or 4 Iowa couples come by last week.
That's right. Met the sweetest Iowa couple last week.
Indiana.
Yes.
Some folks and people traveling.
Wow.
Anyway, so Cindy, what ask, answer, or both?
I'm going to do both.
Okay, which one do you want to answer?
The one about the flathead.
Here's the question.
Boy, the mystery. The suspense builds for J.J. Jasper.
Hey, look
he's
how
bringing
long
it.
we are into the show, and it hasn't
Listen
been...
to this question, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. If you just
Your life could depend on it one day.
You do the drum roll in your head, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Phillips and flatheads are types of what?
Screwdrivers.
Hey! The mystery question right there.
Mystery question. Tim said it's going to be a mystery. He didn't realize it was prophetic when he said that.
I didn't.
You know what that cowbell means, Cindy?
Oh, I win something. I win a book.
Yeah, you win a book.
So here's what happened.
Great.
Cindy, your very first time to get on, and your winner Here it is, a Friday, and you won yourself the hardback book, 100 Bible Questions and Answers on Prophecy and the End Times.
So
Alex
Cindy,
McFarland, Bert Harper.
Cindy, you just pick up the book next
Thank
time you're
you.
down here visiting your folks, okay? we'll
We'll
put it in a package and we'll leave it on the front step.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Because we need to save on postage.
And look, he mentioned you taking a
Yes,
tour
yes.
also on the front step. If you lift up the mat, the key is right there.
right there.
If
Again,
it's after hours, you
Again,
can come on in.
A burglar would never think of that, would they? Where are we going to put the key?
Or
the
the,
safest place
or
ever.
the brick. Yeah, those professional burglars. Here's this front porch, and I see this one random brick here. I'm going to look into that and see if I can't
All right,
solve
Cindy,
this
go
thing.
ahead. Question. Fire away.
Okay, I want to say happy birthday to Tim right quick.
Well,
But
bless you.
going on, yes, thank you, and bless y'all for the book. Okay, I'm going to go back to John Wayne movies.
Okay.
And
Can you say
we're gonna
Waha?
go with,
Cindy, will you say Waha if you say
Waha.
that?
There you go.
That's what we're talking about. Thank you.
Love me some John Wayne. I'm telling
We
you.
do too. Waha.
Okay.
Who calls
Yeah.
anybody? Who calls people pilgrims, though? That's
Hey, we
Yeah, he
remembered
does.
it. We
Yeah.
remember it, though.
right. Anyway, go ahead. Go ahead. Fire away, pilgrim.
Okay, in the movie Cowboys, we know that there was some child actors on there, some boys. Which one of the actors went on? He left his acting career to go back to rodeoing.
Huh.
There was one of them, and he became a pro. He is in the Pro Rodeo Hall of Fame in Colorado Springs.
Jonathan, who's that now?
I do not remember the guy's name, but I think he won like 2 or 3. No, he won more than that. He won 5 or 6. I think it was roping championships. If I remember, I watched something on that not too long ago, but I don't remember his name. But yes,
I've seen it. He was at the height of his career.
Yeah, he played in that movie. He was a real cowboy. He was going to do acting, and he stopped, and he went back to rodeoing. And I think it was like in calf roping, if I'm not bad mistaken, that he won
also
like
invented he invented the flathead screwdriver.
Oh yeah, that's right.
A lot of people don't know
he
that.
had one of those in his back pocket as
that
he was
just
roping
the way that happened is phenomenal. You got to
Crazy.
watch that on the Discovery Channel. There's a whole 2-hour documentary on the history of the flathead.
Hey, Cindy, who was the actor? Tell us the answer.
Okay, he was also in the movie Cahill U.S. Marshal as one of his sons in that movie also.
Yeah.
His name was Clay O'Brien. He was a little short one, short, the shortest one.
Clay
On the
O'Brien,
movie.
and what did he go on to? Was Jonathan in the ballpark on him being a roping
Yes.
or?
Yes, he is in
That's
the
a
Pro
fist bump.
Rodeo Hall of
Yes,
Fame.
sir.
He is in the Pro
And
Rodeo
that
Hall of
that
Fame
Pro
in
Rodeo Hall of Fame, you're right, is in Colorado Springs, right?
Yes, sir.
Cindy,
Yes, I've been there.
stay on the line. Thank you for your enthusiasm, for listening to AFR. Don't forget this weekend to change your clock. We spring forward. And if you'll stay on the line, they'll get your address so we can send you that book. And you made our day just being so much fun. And thank you for you and your family for listening to American Family Radio.
All right, thank you, Cindy. All right, we're going to give our questions that have so far, or heretofore, gone unanswered. And this will be the last time we'll give them today on this show. We got 13 minutes left. Go ahead, Jonathan.
All right. What bizarre Independence Day coincidence links U.S. Presidents John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, and James Monroe? Second question, what is the only fruit that carries its seeds on the outside?
Here's what I've got. First question.
But they carry them.
It does
carry them. Yeah.
Go ahead.
They ain't heavy. They're my seeds that I carry on the outside of my body. Silly String is outlawed. Silly String is outlawed in Mobile, Alabama. Is that true or false? Second question.
Unfortunate.
To a golfer, what is a snowman? If you get a snowman when you're out there on the links, I guess they're links. I get sausage and golf mixed up. To a golfer, what is a frosty or a snowman? What does that mean? That's my question.
A frosty or a snowman. You get one of those, it affects your
attitude?
Your attitude.
And your outlook on life?
Your outlook on life and your relationships with others.
Yeah, and you're not going to yell waha if you get one of those.
Yell waha. No. So my question is, what city is the capital of Canada? our neighbors to the north, who are soon to be our 51st state, I want to know what their capital is and why.
Under normal circumstances?
Yeah.
What is their capital?
Under normal circumstances, that's right. What city is the capital of Canada? And Fred's not here. Fred's our resident Canadian.
That's right.
All right, go ahead, Jonathan. JJ? Who's up next?
Let's go to Jeremy, who is he actually lives in the rice capital of the United States of America. Jeremy, you knew that you guys were number one in rice production, huh?
Yes, sir.
Do you work in the
Good
rice?
morning, esteemed professors.
Hey, thank you, Jeremy, for your honesty.
Where do you live, Jeremy?
Searcy, Arkansas.
Searcy, Arkansas. That's some good fishing country right there, good trout country. Hey, we're going to need you to turn your radio down or get just a little farther away from your radio. We're getting a little bit of feedback.
All right.
Thank you, Jeremy. So Searcy's there is just north of Little Rock by about 30 minutes, right?
45 to 50, depending upon traffic.
And some of the best trout fishing in the world, not just in the U.S.
Okay, I said 30
I cared
minutes.
for the man that caught the record world at one point.
You did what, sir?
I cared for the gentleman that caught the world record brown trout on the Little Red River.
How big was the trout?
I honestly do not remember, but it was quite large.
It was a lunker, huh? Hey, we can still...
You mean it was a world record, Jeremy, and you don't remember?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
That was over 25 years ago, 30 years ago.
Yeah, it's hard to remember stuff like that. Hey,
was my question like sound accusatory or something like
no.
that? I didn't mean to. I just, wanted to know that we had a world record set.
That's right. Hey, Jeremy.
For the record, Jeremy didn't remember what it was.
Ask, answer, or do both.
Both.
Which one you want to answer?
Well, the flathead's already been taken care of, but I'll do the fruit with the seeds.
That's yours,
You
Jonathan.
mean the fruit that carries their seeds on the outside?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Jeremy, go ahead. Jonathan, what's
So the question is, what is the only fruit that carries its seeds on the outside? And it does carry them.
Yeah.
I'm going to say strawberries.
Strawberry.
That's right, Jeremy.
Nicely done.
So,
Good job.
I just didn't know that fruits could activate a verb. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
I've never heard of that before. Cammy, are the things that fruits can do?
Carries is not one of them.
Because carries is an action verb. Am I right? Do we all remember this from English?
I
Y'all
can't
are looking
remember
at me
that.
like
No,
I'm
but I
crazy
just-
here.
now it all
Jeremy,
makes
do you know what I'm
sense why
talking
you-
about?
Why you
Jeremy
emphasize
doesn't. It's
the
20,
word
that was
carry.
25 years ago. He's not going to remember anything about no action verb.
Hey, Jeremy.
None of us do.
Jeremy,
Yes, sir.
how did you know the answer to the question about the fruit?
My mama raised me right.
There you go.
Okay.
Well, okay,
Hey,
one
Jer-
answer.
Hey, Jeremy, what's your question for us?
Where is, and I'm going to say the original, I don't know that for fact, but the original Fort Knox that you can still visit today.
The original Fort Knox?
Yes, sir.
It's Fort Knox, Kentucky, right over from Radcliffe, Kentucky, and just over from E-Town, which is Elizabethtown.
Yeah.
Fort Knox, Kentucky.
I'm going to say incorrect.
Okay. Where is it?
Fort Knox, Maine. It's in Maine on the Penobscot River. I think the town next to it is Bucksnort. It was originally built, I think, for the Revolutionary War, but finished around the Confederate War.
That was the original Fort Knox?
I think it is for America.
And they moved it to
was there a
Kentucky.
few years ago.
What about for Yugoslavia?
You tell me.
Well, they have a Fort Knox too. A lot of people don't know that.
No.
I'm just saying.
Well,
It's
and
coincidental.
they took a lot of money out of there to start that car company, the Yugo.
Yeah,
They
Yugo.
regret that.
Hey, Jeremy, my friend, thank you so much
Yeah,
for calling from
have a great
Searcy.
weekend.
You have a wonderful day, okay?
And don't forget, we spring forward. Don't forget to set your clocks forward.
So we had a hard time there, I think, because the radio
Yeah.
was going on the background
Yeah.
with Jeremy there.
The feedback.
The feedback. So anyway, thanks, Jeremy. Thank you for your call. You're listening to Trivia Friday on American Family Radio. We got about 6.5 more minutes on the show left. Who's up next, Jonathan?
We've got Robert from Texas. Robert, welcome to Trivia Friday. What part of Texas are you from?
I'm calling from Hoffman, Texas, which is northeast of Houston. We sit right on top of Lake Houston.
Okay. We were in the Woodlands. I was in the Woodlands not too long ago. How far is that from you?
Yeah. Woodlands is probably about, depending on traffic, maybe 40 minutes from here. If the traffic is kind, I used to do a lot of volunteer work out at the Cynthia Woods Mitchell Pavilion for 10 seasons.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, listen, thanks for calling, Robert. Appreciate
10 seasons. What part of the world do you have 10 seasons? Because I'm hard for me to keep up with all 4 of them. If I'm gonna have you got a special kind of allergy if you live somewhere where there's 10 seasons.
Yeah, that's what they called the years was seasons. They called them, seasons from whenever they start their concerts and whenever they finish, which is they usually start them in spring and then they finish them up at the end of the year around Christmas. So they call them seasons.
I gotcha.
See, kind of like sports.
That's right.
You have how many
Kinda like
seasons
sports,
do you play a sport? Okay, and then
right.
Robert, ask, answer, or do both.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give a whirl at both. Like the previous caller said, some of the screwdriver and Kurt Russell was taken, but I'm going to try my hand at silly string.
Hey, here we go. You got 50-50, so you can do like, let's see, they said the Ayatollah, that was a coin toss, he said, I'll receive. Boy, that was a mistake. Oh, wait, you said we don't joke about war.
But, it's...
Well, here's what we got. True or false, silly string is outlawed in Mobile, Alabama. Is that true, Robert, or false?
It sounds so crazy, but Crimson Tide's won a lot of championships, and I've never seen them celebrate in their locker room with silly string. So I'm going to say it's true.
It is 100% true. Here's a little.
So let's give a clap to Robert,
right, Robert.
knowing the answer.
Good guess, and you had a little
Tell
bit
us the backstory, JJ.
Backstory.
Yeah.
Yes, silly string was notoriously outlawed in Mobile, Alabama, specifically during Mardi Gras festivities. The ordinance, Mardi Gras.
Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not gras. It's just like you don't use the S on Illinois. And in fact, it's not daylight savings time. It's daylight saving time. I'm looking out for the grammar nonsense.
You are.
But does it carry it?
That's good. Silly string, specifically because of during Mardi Gras festivities, the ordinance was enacted to prevent damage to city vehicles and public property, as the string was difficult to remove from surfaces and
still is
targeted it for public celebration, but it's outlawed in Mobile, Alabama. You know that stuff when somebody came up with a good invention for youth groups and things. When you hear it's coming out everywhere, and all the kids in the youth group got that, and it just but it is a little hard to get out of your hair and stuff.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
but parents hated it.
Parents hated it, but it was a fun thing when it came out in the 80s or whenever.
How did you get that up? How did you get that up?
Well, after it gets, if you try to wipe it up too early,
they still make it by
gooey.
The way?
I'm sure they do. But if you let it dry for just 60 seconds, then it'll just you can get it up. No harm, no foul.
When it got in your hair, it was really, really unmanageable.
That's what it was. So apparently that police chief,
well, Mobile outlawed it.
They said, we're not doing this anymore. You
get caught with
you want to wind up in the back of the squad car,
right,
with your handcuffs,
right,
on. It's because you just had some silly string.
Yeah, and
contraband.
Ignorance is no excuse for the law either.
Book them, Dano.
Yeah.
What is it? What? Was it a
Hawaii 5-0?
Yeah, I mean a felony. Was it assault? Was it silly string? A silly string. Yeah, you had half a can left.
Yeah, I had a whole. Yeah.
I wonder how long that stays on your record.
That's
hard to get off the record too.
Yeah. Hey, we got to give our answers, Jonathan. Thanks.
Wait a minute. We done?
Robert.
Got a question?
You got a question? Got to make it fast.
Yeah, I'll be real quick because I know you guys are tight. So this will be a softball. So there was once a model and aspiring actress who later on went to become Miss America, after she was crowned Miss America, she went on to become a superhero. Which model and actress am I referring to?
It's not Marianne Mobley, is it? No, which one was the America?
Yeah, what's the answer, Robert?
Wonder Woman.
Linda Carter.
Linda Carter. Wonder Woman from the 70s.
Yep.
All right.
Thanks, buddy. Have a great weekend. Jonathan?
Go ahead.
My only question left, what bizarre Independence Day links U.S. Presidents John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, James Madison?
They all died on that day.
They all died on July 4th.
To a golfer, what is a frosty or a snowman? What's that mean, Tim?
It's an 8 on your scorecard, which is terrible.
Just for one hole.
Yeah, one hole. You just want to go home after that.
Yeah, that's why there's so many golf clubs in the pond.
golf clubs and golf balls, yeah. All right, what city is the capital of Canada, fellas? Not Montreal, not Toronto, not Vancouver, but the capital of Canada is Ottawa.
What?
Yep, Ottawa. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thanks for listening.